Well, good morning. This is day 20 of our adventure. The lobster boats are out checking their traps. It is 48 degrees. It got a little chilly again last night. So that's about 8 Fahrenheit. We are headed north on Highway 100. Had a very peaceful night at Gooseberry Cove Provincial Park. It's an old abandoned provincial park. It's a bit of a rough road getting into it. It was very relaxing listening to the waves hitting the shore. Also, we were watching 3 seals playing in the water last night. Unfortunately, they don't stay out of the water long enough for you to catch a picture of them. It's a beautiful drive along the coast of Placentia Bay. But like the other roads in Newfoundland, there's a lot of potholes and it's very rough driving. Highway north. We just passed through Placentia and we took a drive down to the wharf and scored a couple of nice lobsters that we're going to cook up today. We timed it perfectly. The fisherman was just ready to go out again, so they were a really good price. They were $7.50 a pound. So looking forward to a nice lobster lunch. Right now it's 9:30 in the morning. It's 55 degrees, which is about 13 Celsius. So it feels like it's going to be a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's Wednesday, June 14th today. We were hoping to book the ferry for Friday because it'll take us a couple days to get over to Port aux Basques from where we are. But the ferry was totally booked Friday and Saturday, and we were able to book it for Sunday morning. We haven't seen any wildlife since we left the west side of Newfoundland, except in captivity.
Seen 1 million birds.
Yeah, we saw 1 million birds. If you get a chance to go to Cape St. Mary's Ecological Reserve and you like seeing birds, it is well worth the trip. It was just an amazing place. A good pair of shoes. It was a bit of a hike to get out to Bird Rock.
And if the wind's blowing inshore, you better wear a raincoat.
And as Roy says, if the wind is, if it's a south wind, you better wear a raincoat or something, because you might end up with bird droppings on you.
You will.
We lucked out. It was a north wind, so the droppings were blowing out to sea because they fly right in close to you and over your heads. scenery in Newfoundland Newfoundland is just amazing wherever you go. You get all kinds of different terrain. There's so many lakes and rivers. Just beautiful. We are back on Trans-Canada 1, heading north. Our next destination will be Gander, where we'll get a couple of supplies. And then hopefully find a provincial park that we can stay overnight. Cook up our lobsters for lunch. Not quite as windy today as it was yesterday. But if you travel to Newfoundland, expect wind and rain. Apparently they get a lot of it. Oh, he's not painting on that side. Had a bit of a traffic jam for the last good part of 15 minutes. We were behind a line painting truck. So there's quite the lineup of vehicles behind us as well, and in front of us. Bugs in our travel today. I'm hoping where the camera is, it's doesn't have too many bugs in front of the lens. Weather's getting a little warmer and the bugs are coming out. It's 12:09 p.m. right now and it's up to 62 degrees. So that's about 16, 17 Celsius. I'm still old school. I relate to Fahrenheit better than I do to Celsius. But I am used to kilometers instead of miles. When it comes to temperature, I'm always doing the calculations. Same with inches and feet, they mean a lot more than centimeters and meters. All of my recipes are in cups and tablespoons and teaspoons. If I come to recipes with grams and metric, I'm always doing the conversions. We're about 47 kilometers from Gander. A little ways to go yet. One thing we noticed in Newfoundland, there's a lot of gravel pits beside the highways. Now we like the abandoned ones, or the ones that are no longer used, because they make good overnight parking spots a lot of times.
Notre Dame Provincial Park.
We are getting to Notre Dame Provincial Park, which you probably heard on the nav system. So we're at Notre Dame Provincial Park. This is our home for tonight. Got a beautiful site by the water. Lots of bugs here. There is a boil water advisory in effect here, unfortunately. But they tell us that the one well is good, people are drinking it, so. Beautiful spot. Lots of black flies. Roy's getting the pot ready for our lobsters. There's the 2 lobsters we have for our lunch/dinner. There in the shade.
One that was on the bottom was more lively than the other.
Maybe switch them around.
I did.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to get his boat down to the water now. Put 3 gallons of water in there before?
I don't know. Yeah, but we had way too much water in there before. I think this is plenty to cover them.
Much
Don't
in
you?
there? 5 quarts?
6 quarts.
6?
And 6 tablespoons salt. So this is how we cook lobster Ontario style. We put 6 quarts of water in there and 6 tablespoons of salt because we're not near any salt water to get it from the ocean. That would have been ideal to cook them, but you do what you have to do.
Go and get your lobster. Get its elastic bands off. Can I get in?
Yeah. So this is Roy and Freda style cooking lobster.
They're not submerged. They're in.
Oh, they're both in? Okay. Because we got the tongs to move them around if we need to. So it's got to start boiling again. Okay, we've boiled them for 6 minutes, and I guess it's time to take them out. You want the oven mitt? Yeah, just throw them in the pot here. There's our lunch supper. So we've got our fancy bibs on. And for the butter, I just heated it in the microwave with a little bit of garlic. We always start with the little legs first. Just reheating the butter in the microwave so it's nice and hot. What we use for tools is we have a couple of nutcrackers, fondue forks, and little hors d'oeuvre forks, and we find they work great when you're eating lobster and crab.